Revenge films.
The other day, I went out to grab some food with a pregnant friend of mine. We tried to avoid busy hours because we were both pregnant, so we decided to go around 3 in the afternoon. But there were many families with their children that day, and it was more crowded than we expected. It had been a few months since we met, so we looked at each other's big bellies and talked about our babies.
Is it a boy or a girl? Have you decided on a name yet?
We caught up and enjoyed our time together. Until that happened. A couple feet away from us, 5 or 6 mothers were enjoying their conversation. They left their children to run around back and forth from the self-service beverage station and play freely. They were playing at the open tables, hiding and doing other kinds of kid stuff, you know. But honestly, it was quite disruptive. They kept getting rowdier, to the point where they were hiding by the restroom and attacking all the customers who came out with their toy weapons. They plotted to do the same to me, of course. I noticed that they had toy swords and shining sticks, so I held my stomach to avoid getting it hit.
It's a giant! She ate someone! Go for the neck! Prepare to exterminate it!
They started pretending that I was an enemy from some new comic or something, and they kept hitting me on the back of the neck with their plastic swords. I expected something like this to happen when I left the restroom, but when it actually started happening, and I was getting hit by a bunch of kids that I didn't know, it made me angry. As I was getting ready to scold them, my friend came out of the restroom from behind and they switched targets to her.
Another giant over here! This one ate someone too! It's in her belly!
They started hitting the back of her neck too. But this friend of mine has always been the peaceful type who avoided conflict, so she gently tried to warn them.
Oh, you guys are so strong! But you shouldn't be hitting people in here, okay?
They completely misunderstood the message and thought that she was praising their strength. They came chasing after us, after we returned to our seats.
Let's play some more!
I showed on my face that I wasn't enjoying it, and I could tell that my friend didn't like it, even though she wasn't the type to openly show it. But they kept hitting us with their toys. I was fed up and warned them with a straight face. Alright, that's enough. That really hurts. Stop it.
No way! We're not done with you guys! If you don't like it, come get us!
They just got even more excited and didn't care at all about what we had to say. Honestly, this really hurts.
Take this!
The kids started stepping on our feet and kicking our legs.
Sorry, you guys, but we have babies in our belly. If you hit us, the babies will get hurt and cry. So don't hit our stomachs, okay?
My friend looked concerned and tried to warn them to stop. But she was just a peaceful person and a pacifist, so the kids didn't try to listen at all. Even worse, the more we would warn them, the more they would get excited and hit us even harder. Their mothers were close by, but they were so focused on their conversation that they didn't notice us at all. After a while of going back and forth, one of the boys crossed the line.
You swallowed a baby, you giant! I'm gonna get him out of there!
He took a full swing at my friend's stomach.
Ow! Jeez! How many times do I have to tell you to stop?
My friend suddenly started yelling at them. The kids got surprised and froze in place. I was so surprised that my friend had it in her that I froze too.
Hey, you guys are in elementary school, right? You're all old enough to understand now. What if you kill my baby? That's enough! Get out of here!
She yelled so loud you could hear her from across the room. The entire restaurant went silent. These children were caught off guard because the lady that was an angel until a moment ago suddenly started yelling at them. A couple of the kids started crying.
She's so scary! I'm so scared! Mommy!
When the kids started crying, the parents finally noticed and came over. We expected them to apologize to us, but we were wrong.
You know that your baby isn't going to die just because some kids hit you in the stomach with some toys, right?
Stop yelling so loud and making such a scene. Do you know how this makes us look? You'll see. When you have children, this sort of thing is normal, everyday behavior. You'll stress yourself out if you let it bother you every time. They just gave us ridiculous advice and tried to make it sound like we were in the wrong here. Alright kids, come back over here. After saying that, they gathered up the kids to pay their bill, and they tried to leave without even apologizing. My friend got up and stomped towards the parents.
Hey, you guys said that the baby won't die even if they hit my stomach, right?
Yeah, so what?
Well, my stomach really hurts right now. I can't put all the blame on one child, so I won't say which one it was that hit me there, but I'll have to contact you immediately if something happens. So can one of you give me your contact information, please?
My friend was having the cold sweats as she held her stomach. The parents started panicking. What? No way! Which one of you was it? Were you watching? Well, the only ones with toys are Jack and Jill, and my boy would never do such a thing. They started searching for the culprit. My friend gave the parents a dirty look.
I don't care which one of you it is. What about you all just give me your information then? If anything happens, I'll hold you all responsible for not watching over your children.
My friend pulled out a pen and tore a page out of her notebook and handed it to them.
Here, all of you! Write your names and phone number here.
The parents soon panicked. Each of them reluctantly wrote down their names and phone numbers and handed the piece of paper back to my friend, all apologized. After seeing their parents apologize, the children finally understood the severity of the situation. We're sorry, miss. Sorry about everything. Sorry, baby in the stomach. After they all left, the restaurant staff who was wandering awkwardly around approached my friend.
Do you need me to call an ambulance? Oh, I'm fine. Sorry for all the commotion.
I looked at my friend and her sweats had completely stopped. Hey, are you sure you're okay? You were sweating pretty badly for a second there.
Well, probably because it was the first time in my life that I yelled at anyone. I didn't know it would make me sweat this much. My hands were like shaking with anger, and my mind was totally blank.
Huh? But you were holding your stomach and said that it hurt.
Oh, that was a lie. I figured that they wouldn't feel bad unless I gave them a good enough reason to. But I had to stop them now, or else another pregnant lady somewhere else might fall victim. So I acted.
Oh, I didn't know. You scared me for a second.
I'm sorry for worrying you, but when they hit my stomach, I think my baby was surprised. Because I felt it roll in my stomach and I really did panic for a second.
My friend looked down and gently rubbed her stomach, and I noticed her face return to her gentle and harmless face as usual. What a relief. But I learned that you never want to cross someone who is usually peaceful. I was so scared for a second. I was tearing up when the kids were getting yelled at too. But that's a secret.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.